Hey, this is Toby with Topic Trading, and it's time for another weekly review. Today it's Monday, the 11th of December, and we are starting out with the daily chart as we always do. We are looking at the ES mini futures, the daily, where one bar represents one day, and we are still just working sideways here. So, the market is super strong still. We had the break here of the former uptrend, and we made a new high almost immediately without any retracement at all to the downside, um, which I also mentioned last week. It surprised me a bit that we didn't see any more retracement than this, or we actually didn't have any retracement at all. Uh, since we were so, or are still kind of overbought, I really thought that we would get a bigger retracement, at least back to the deep purple line here, the midline of the envelope bands, the EMA 21. But the support here of this small range are still getting respected, which also tells us, as mentioned, that the market is so strong when we can't retrace, only go sideways here. So maybe we should even expand the range here now, but it looks like we closed outside of this resistance line up here as well. Often, as we know, market moves in two. So if you just put on the measure move here from the small range, you can see that's more or less where we bounced and faced some resistance. Well, it looks like anyway that we have a higher low here now, and which triggered, and we moved and surpassed the previous high. So let's see here if we will just continue to work higher here the coming days. We are really chasing the previous high here from the larger uptrend back in summer, back in July. So it really looks like that we will have a retest of this former high at some point. Yeah, a couple of days ago, it looked like that we would have a bit of a sell-off when we got the lower high here, but as we know, price action tend to almost always work independent on what level or resolution we're watching at or looking at. So we had this lower high, but it actually ended up right in the support of the range here. So what happened was we just instantly bounced from the support and broke away from that lower high. So this probably trapped some shorts here, going short on the lower high here on the daily chart, which also gave us some fuel. We could really see that uh, the day before the last day of the week, Thursday, when we had a big bullish day without any stop, just going higher and higher and higher. So that was probably just shorts covering from the lower high. So let's see anyway if we will just continue to work higher here and get up and retest the former high. But as always, there are never any guarantees, so we just have to wait and see. But as mentioned, at the moment the market really looks super strong. Flipping over to the news events for this week, we actually have news events rolling out every day here. So as mentioned before, we really want to have all of these news events in mind when trading. We don't want to trade when they happen, as they can cause a lot of volatility on the market, which in turn can cause a lot of troubles with your orders, such as slippage, etc. So keep all of these news events in mind and avoid trading half an hour to an hour before to half an hour to an hour after. And if you're not using it, you should really look into get a news indicator or a news card or something like that, which helps you to remember when these events occur. So these events here we're looking at, I have filtered out the orange and red ones. Orange, which are potentially medium impact, and red, which are potentially high impact news events. And the times here we are seeing are US Central Times. So the first one on Monday today, 1 minute after 12, we have a potential medium impact event, the 10-year bond auction. And moving forward to Tuesday, we have several red news events in the early in the morning, 7:30, which is 1 hour before open, CPI readings, And then at 1 minute past 12 again, the 30-year bond auction. Wednesday in the morning, 7:30, 1 hour before open, core PPI. 1 p.m., several more red, potentially high impact news events, federal fund rates, FOMC economic projections, FOMC statement, and 1:30, 30 minutes after the previous ones, one more FOMC press conference. Thursday also in the morning, 7:30, 1 hour before open, several more red news events. And Friday morning, also 7:30, 1 hour before open, red one, Empire State Manufacturing Index, 8:15, which is 15 minutes before open, a medium one, industrial production month to month, and lastly 8:45, which is 15 minutes after open, the flash manufacturing PMI and flash services PMI. So that's all the news events for this week. So it's pretty crowded, so we might have some movement in the coming week as well. As I mentioned last week, usually the market tends to slow down here, coming closer and closer to the holidays. And I think we can actually already kind of see that there is movements when the market opens and 1 or 2 hours after, but it tends to slow down during the day, I would say. So that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed, and I wish you a great trading week. And yeah, as mentioned, as always mentioned before, just wait for those sure setups. Don't push anything, don't force anything, and you will be good. Take care, everybody. See you next week. Bye.